Hello my lovely bookish people and welcome back. How are we all doing today? So yesterday I read a YA novel, Here the Whole Time by Vitor Martins, and it's my whole life I've avoided mirrors because I really didn't like what they had to show me, but today it's different because I look at my reflection and I don't hit myself right away. Felipe doesn't believe someone like Caio could ever fall for someone like him, but over the next 15 days everything will change. So it's about a character, a teenager called young gay teenager called Felipe, and he has severe body image issues, and he's struggling to be himself, and he has to. Caio comes to stay with him and his mum for 15 days while Caio's parents go on holiday, and over time you find out that Felipe has had feelings for Caio, and how it's about first love, about how we feel about ourselves, how we feel that we need to change ourselves in order to have someone love them, and how you stand up with bullies, because Felipe is not your typical teenager. He's not thin. They call him chubby, and they bully him for being overweight. And he finally finds the courage to stand up to these bullies, and eventually he finds love with the young Caio. So this is very beautiful. I enjoyed it very, very much. I highly recommend it. And then today I read As Far As You Will Take Me by Phil Stamper, which again is another YA LGBT book. And sorry, Marty's headed overseas to London. His parents think he's attending a prestigious summer music course. He has the talent for it. Secretly, though, he doesn't have a place at all, and his plane ticket is one way. Marty is determined to build a life where he's finally free to be himself, but London is so crowded, with so much to see and learn and do. Together with his gnawing anxiety, it threatens to overwhelm him. And then there's Pierce. He's gorgeous, charismatic, and Marty can't help but falling for him. But is Pierce the right boy to be falling in love with? So again, it's a coming-of-age novel of self-acceptance, dealing with his mother, who is very, very deeply religious, and he moves to London, telling his family he's actually going to a music course, which he's not. He hasn't got a place, but he tends to reinvent himself there. And along the way, he finds a few new friends, and he also meets a boy called Pierce, who isn't all I was cracked up to be, and perhaps not the best first love. And it's about just the all those pangs of first love, of finding yourself, finding and realizing that sometimes you need to actually leave the place that you live in and go and find a family somewhere else. And it's about a found family, and it's very beautifully written. It's very honest. It deals with a lot of issues such as best friends who claim to have their best for you, but really they don't. It deals with anxiety, with eating disorders. So it does have a few triggers, but beautiful. I totally loved it. And then today I got some lovely book mail from World of Books. Now I saw this recently on Jack at JTH Books. Think about that for a second. He recently read this, and so I wanted to read this again, and it's Maurice by E.M. Forster. So I did actually read this many, many years ago, but I've forgotten. So I thought actually for Pride Month I wanted to read it again. So it says, Maurice tells the story of a handsome, rather superior young man with a flair for business, a man who is deeply conventional, but for one element that puzzles him, torments him, and finally admitted saves him. Through Clive, with whom he encounters at Cambridge, and through Alex, the gamekeeper on Clive's country estate, Maurice gradually experiences a profound emotional and sexual awakening. Forster first completed Maurice in 1914, and is dedicated to a happier year, and it was first published after his death in 1970. While the novel is a scathing, perceptive of humbug and pretentious in English life, as a love story, it remains magnificently tender, timeless, and universal. So I want to give this another go. And then today I actually went out book shopping and I found The Dog Park Detectives, Paw and Order by Blake Mara. And it's basically about a pack of dog detectives. So when a homeless man is found murdered in the playground of their local park, the pack, a group of friends who meet regularly to walk their dogs together, leap into action, determined to get justice for him, even if they have to bark up every tree in the neighbourhood. But the discovery of another body, this time by the canal, suggests the killer may be only getting started, and when one of their own is targeted, it's clear that whoever it is has a bone to pick with the pack. So yes, I'm quite looking forward to this, which I'll be reading probably maybe next month. So if you've read any of these other books, please comment below, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye bye for now.